Two-time MLA Pushkar Singh Dhami to be the new Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. This is the BJP's third Chief Minister in 4 months in a state due for elections in less than a year. The police use water cannons as AAP workers protest the Punjab power crisis. Meanwhile, the Akalis take a dig at Navjot Singh Sidhu's alleged power dues. A setback for Akhilesh Yadav as the BJP surges ahead in the polls, wins 67 seats in the Zilla Panchayat chairperson elections out of 75. After the Kolkata vaccine fraud, fresh trouble for the Trinamool in Asansol as a Trinamool councillor is caught on camera administering a vaccine. In the Gondia district of Maharashtra, students climb trees in search of a signal in order to take their online classes. And Amir Khan and Kiran Rao announced their separation after 15 years of marriage, say they will continue to co-parent their son and work together. Hello and welcome. Here are the day's top stories. Pushkar Singh Dhami was on Saturday chosen by the Uttarakhand BJP Legislative Party to be the 11th Chief Minister of the state, the third in the last 4 months. The third Chief Minister in 4 months for the BJP in a state that's less than a year away from elections.
Emerging from the BJP Legislature Party meeting, Pushkar Singh Dhami all smiles, surrounded by his supporters, all set to become the next Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. A two-time MLA from Khatima constituency, Pushkar Singh Dhami will be Uttarakhand's third Chief Minister in 4 months.
मैं निश्चित रूप से अपने पार्टी के हाईकमान को माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी को, माननीय गृह मंत्री जी को, हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी को, पूरे हमारे राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व को, देखिए जो भी जनता के जो मुद्दे हैं उन मुद्दों पर हम लोग जो है लगातार सबका सहयोग लेकर सब लोगों को लेकर काम करेंगे।
45-year-old Pushkar Dhami will be the youngest Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. This time the BJP has chosen the Chief Minister not from Garhwal but from Kumaon. Pushkar Singh was the officer on special duty to former Chief Minister Bhagat Singh Koshyari. He is considered to be close to Union Minister Rajnath Singh.
अपने समर्थकों के साथ पुष्कर सिंह धामी, ये देखिए जो समर्थक हैं वो जश्न मना रहे हैं कि उनके नेता जो हैं अब पूरे उत्तराखंड के नेता हो गए हैं, उत्तराखंड के चीफ मिनिस्टर हो गए हैं। तो ये सीएम की गाड़ी है और ये देखिए सीएम की गाड़ी में अगले सीएम पुष्कर सिंह धामी ये बैठ गए हैं और अब जो है यहाँ से राज्यपाल के पास जाएंगे और दावा पेश करेंगे सरकार बनाने का।
Later in the evening, Pushkar Singh Dhami met with the governor. He will be sworn in on Sunday at 5 p.m. After Bhagat Singh Koshyari, Pushkar Singh Dhami will be the second Chief Minister from BJP who is from Kumaon. Interestingly, former Chief Minister and face of the Congress party in Uttarakhand, Harish Rawat, is also from the Kumaon region. Mr. Rawat tweeted his congratulations but said that he will dissect the entire episode on Sunday. In 2017, BJP won 57 out of 70 seats in Uttarakhand, but Trivendra Singh Rawat stepped down as Chief Minister in March after the party leadership sensed anti-incumbency brewing against him and even the party MLAs demanded his replacement. Tirath Singh Rawat replaced him, but his 114-day stint was packed with controversies. The state BJP leaders had complained to the Delhi leadership about public anger at some of his statements, including the one against ripped jeans.
With the assembly elections early next year, the new chief minister has been fielded against time to prove his leadership, and opposition parties taking the slogan 3 chief ministers in 4 months to the streets. Uttarakhand is a contest to look out for. With Sharat Sharma in Uttarakhand and camera person Manu Nair, this is Arvind Gunasekar for NDTV.
And the BJP clinched a massive victory in the local body elections in Uttar Pradesh in a big setback for Akhilesh Yadav Samajwadi Party. The BJP took 67 seats in the Zilla Panchayat chairperson election where 75 seats were at stake. Mr. Yadav's party won only 5. Now, the local body elections were being keenly watched, even though they're unlikely to be an indicator of which direction the wind will blow in. in the assembly elections next year, which will also serve as a test for the Chief Minister Adityanath of the BJP. And hundreds of Aam Aadmi Party workers faced water cannons outside the house of Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh while protesting against the electricity crisis in the state of Punjab during the peak summer. The Punjab AAP chief and his party workers gathered in force outside Amrinder Singh's home, started shouting slogans, started marching towards the Chief Minister's residence. This drew the police to use water cannons. The Punjab government has been facing criticism over severe power shortages amidst an intense heat wave. And adding to the political heat on the Punjab Chief Minister amidst protests by opposition parties, farmers and other consumers against the power cuts in Punjab, the former Minister Navjot Singh Sidhu was all charged up, taking on his own government under the leadership of Captain Amrinder Singh for imposing power cuts in Punjab. But what the Amritsar East Congress MLA apparently inconveniently seems to have forgotten that he is one of the state's apparently biggest individual electricity dues defaulters himself.
Hours after this tweet of Navjot Singh Sidhu needling his own party's state government over measures taken to tackle the state's electricity crisis, it emerged that the former cricketer owes over 8.67 lakh rupees to the state power utility PSPCL in pending bills. The opposition lost no time in taking a political pot shot, asking Captain Amrinder Singh to show some mercy to Navjot Sidhu. Navjot Sidhu's wife defended the pending power bills while simultaneously hitting back at Akali Dal President Sukhbir Badal.
कि बिजली का जो बिल है ना ये नहीं है कि बिल नहीं दिता सीगा ये गल सीगी कि सर्दियां ते गर्मियां दे विच बराबर बिल क्यों आवे जो असीं नहीं चलदे उदों भी ते एक अपील पाई सीगी कि इन्ना ज़्यादा बिल तुसीं घर दा किवें कर दिंदे हो 1 लाख रुपया 2 जाने असीं घर च रहने आ भी इन्ना वड्डा बिल किवें आ जांदा है भी ये चेक कीता जावे कि सर्दियां गर्मियां च बराबर बिल किवें आंदा ते हर सारी उम्र जिंदगी च अपने बिल ही भरदे आए हैं.
Amid all this, protests continue against the state government. The Aam Aadmi Party staged a massive protest near the residence of Chief Minister Amrinder Singh, where eventually the police had to use force to disperse the crowds.
पंजाब का जो मुख्यमंत्री है जो अपने प्राइवेट फार्म हाउस सिस्मा फार्म हाउस में सोया पड़ा है उसको गूढ़ी नींद से उठाने के लिए आम आदमी पार्टी के वर्कर आए थे.
Going for the jugular, Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party has even promised 300 units of free power to every household if the party wins the polls due early next year, as they did after coming to power in Delhi. 6 months ahead of polls, the power crisis has emerged as yet another challenge for Captain Amrinder Singh, who is already facing criticism for not delivering on pre-poll promises. As opposition tries to corner the government, citizens hope that the issue is resolved soon. With Mohammad Ghazali in Chandigarh, Bureau Report, NDTV.
And the Enforcement Directorate has issued a fresh summons to the former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh and his son in a money laundering case. The agency has asked Deshmukh to appear before it on the 5th of July to record his statement, saying that this is the third notice in the case that has been served to him. Anil Deshmukh's son, Rishikesh, has been asked to appear before the agency on Tuesday, while Deshmukh has been asked to appear on Monday. And Prime Minister Modi has described as landmark the decision to include retail and wholesale trade as micro, small and medium enterprises or MSMEs, which will allow traders the benefits of priority sector lending, and says that his government is committed to empowering the community. However, traders' concerns remain. Here's why.
Retailers and wholesalers will now be included in micro, small and medium enterprises category. The government claims that this move will benefit 2.5 crore traders. The new guidelines will enable retail and wholesale traders to take loans from banks under priority sector lending category, and they will now be eligible to get Mudra loans under PM Mudra Yojana. A landmark step, says the Prime Minister. The Confederation of All India Traders too has welcomed the move, but the concerns remain. Kuldeep Kumar, a wholesale trader in Pushpa market of South Delhi, says that debt-stricken retailers and wholesalers need urgent relief from the government in the form of tax rebates and not just more access to bank loans and credit.
आप इसमें लोन देंगे, हमको सस्ता लोन देंगे, पर लोन तो हमको चुकाना है, लोन में ब्याज भी हमको चुकाना है। कुछ डायरेक्ट रिलीफ दिया जाए, इनकम टैक्स में रिबेट दी जाए, बिजली के बिल कम किए जाएं।
For Rakesh Narang, a textile retailer in Delhi's Lajpat Nagar, the government move is welcome but not sufficient. He says much more needs to be done to revive the market.
कि सरकार को चाहिए कि जैसे हाउस टैक्स माफ कर देना चाहिए, बिजली का बिल 50% कर दे। इस एक बिजनेसमैन के साथ कई फैमिली जुड़ी हुई है, लड़के काम करते हैं, उनको पे नहीं मिली तो कहाँ से करेगा दुकान बिजनेसमैन।
The decision to provide MSME status to wholesale and retail sector is expected to increase the flow of credit into this critical sector. And while the wholesale and retail traders are appreciative of this decision, they expect more relief from the government after suffering losses for over 17 months during the pandemic. With colleague Himanshu Shekhar and camera person Mohammad Mursaleen, I'm Akshay Dongre for NDTV.
And as the government promotes a digital India and the Prime Minister talks about a techade at an event to mark the 6th anniversary of Digital India, which is a set of initiatives meant to encourage the uptake of services and commerce over the internet. The internet penetration is still a challenge in many rural parts of India. In fact, due to a lack of mobile network availability in the Jevanala village in the Gondia district of Maharashtra, students have had to face many problems in attending online classes. In fact, trying to get an online education is literally like reaching for the sky.
This is Atul Gondale from Jevanala village in Gondia district preparing for his Polytechnic College class being held online. His village is 18 kilometers away from Lekni town in Gondia district. He first walks through the fields to reach this tree at the other end of the village, which the villagers have named the network tree for obvious reasons. This tree, which is about 200 meters away from the only mobile network tower in the area, is the only place where students of the village can access the internet. So, students come here to study.
रेंज शोधावी लागते आणि मी कधी कधी पाऊस येतो त्यामुळे खूप प्रॉब्लेम होते, कधी सुट्ट्या माराव्या लागतात, क्लास बंद ठेवावे लागतात, म्हणून खूप प्रॉब्लेम येतो. ह्या कडुलिंबाच्या झाडाकडे रेंज मिळत असतो, त्यामुळे आम्हाला इथेच यावं लागते.
Whether it's the blistering summer heat or torrential downpours in the monsoon, in this area students have to come here if they want to attend online classes. There is no internet available on their phones, at home or other places nearby. So for the last 15 months, around 150 students of the village reach here for online studies with their notebooks, mobile phones, pens and headphones. If they do not want to do this, they have to travel far to the next village.
आणि माझे ऑनलाइन क्लासेस असल्यामुळे मला ते घरून अटेंड न करता इथं या झाडाखाली यावं लागते व बुक्स वगैरेचे सप्लाय पण इथं सगळं घेऊन यावं लागते. आणि रात्री वगैरे जर आमचे क्लास असते 8-8:30च्या दरम्यान तर आम्ही कसं यावं ही.
When the government decided to shut down schools and introduce online classes due to the surge of COVID-19 cases, it was seen as a move to save lives. But the lack of necessary infrastructure, including poor internet reach in several parts of India, amidst online classes is now a huge challenge for students on the other side of the internet divide. With Sohit Mishra in Mumbai, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
And the Maharashtra Minister Aditya Thackeray has tweeted on the state's vaccination rate, saying that Maharashtra's new record in vaccination, they have crossed 8 lakh shots in a day, and that as and when vaccines are supplied to the state and to the private sector, the vaccination is at record numbers. And as COVID cases have dropped and the second wave of the pandemic seems to be easing, Matheran in Maharashtra is heaving a sigh of relief. India's smallest hill station has finally opened up to tourists about 83 kilometers from Mumbai. Tourists are flocking to the hill station again. They're excited, as are local businessmen who are relieved.
Water gushing down from cloud-covered mountain tops. The country's smallest hill station, Matheran, laden with shady trees and greenery, has finally opened to tourists. Mumbaikars who have been living under restrictions for over a year and a half are excited to be back in Matheran.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, फैमिली के साथ आए हैं और फ्रेंड्स के साथ आए हैं बच्चे भी बहुत खुश हो रहे हैं, खेल रहे हैं, एंजॉय किए, अब वापस जा रहे हैं टॉय ट्रेन से।
बहुत दिनों के बाद घर में बैठे थे तो अभी हम घूमने बाहर आए हैं।
इट्स गुड, बहुत टाइम बाद बाहर निकलने का मौका मिला है, दोस्तों के साथ टाइम स्पेंड करने का मौका मिला है।
The narrow gauge railway known as the toy train is the best way to get to Mathiran. Motor vehicles are not allowed. Horses carry visitors up to the hill station, and the entire economy of Mathiran, consisting of 30,000 residents, is dependent on tourism. The arrival of tourists is a great relief for the residents.
हमको बहुत खुश हो गए, टूरिस्ट चालू है तो हमारा जीवन टूरिस्ट के ऊपर ही है। उन लोग आएंगे तो हमको 2 पैसा मिलेगा, हमारा धंधा चलेगा, हमारा जो कर्जा पानी छोटा मोटा वो निपट जाएगा ना, घर में भी अच्छा होगा।
हमें तो ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे आज से ईद हो गई है, हमारी धंधा फिर से चालू हो गई। आज से एक आशा, किरण की आशा एक ऐसी लगी है कि अभी हमारा थोड़ा बहुत बिजनेस चालू होएगा, जिसका लिया दिया है लॉकडाउन में वो दिया जाएगा वापस।
आज मिनिमम एक फैमिली को चलाने के लिए 20,000 मंथली इनकम चाहिए, वो कितना खर्चा करेगा? लॉकडाउन में 3 महीना, आप 1.5 साल में आप 20,000 के हिसाब से बोलो तो 2-2.5 लाख रुपए सेविंग में से निकल गया है।
To tide over the crisis brought about by the pandemic, help has poured in. Even young children from Mumbai have helped raise funds for Mathiran's horses and people who have been hit hard.
ये और एक मुहिम शुरू हुआ है कल से, जो यहाँ रोज 200-250 लोगों को, जो यहाँ के स्टाफ है, अनएम्प्लॉयड लोग हैं, घोड़े वाले हैं, उनको यहाँ रोज रेडी कुक्ड मील्स मिलेगा और यहाँ इस टाइम पे यहाँ ये खाना बटेगा और लोगों की ये भूख को मिटाएंगे।
स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज हमसे जुड़िए ताकि हम लोग और लोगों की हेल्प करें।
Maharashtra has adopted a 5-level reopening and level 3 restrictions are in place across Maharashtra. There was a demand to open up Mathiran to tourists as incomes of residents is dependent on it. While restrictions on restaurants and other facilities are in force, tourists have been allowed to come in. And the response, residents say, has been encouraging. With Pooja Bharadwaj in Mumbai, Bureau Report, NDTV.
We're going to go in for a short break. After that, a Bengali serial actor who says enough is enough after being trolled for her dark skin. Welcome back. Now in Kolkata, a popular actor in television serials has filed a complaint with the police about vicious trolling on social media for all things, because of her dark skin. 23-year-old Shruti Das, with a series of successes behind her already in her barely 3-year career, is not the first actor to face a bias for the color of her skin, but she wants to be the last.
All who's the fairest of them all, that little line that we learnt as children, that is something that Shruti Das here is not willing to tolerate anymore, simply because as an actor in the public space she is being trolled viciously about her dusky, dark complexion. Shruti, how bad was it?
বিষয়টা হচ্ছে যে আগে যখন I used to be a normal girl from a little town, তো তখন বিষয়টা ঠিক আছে ইউজ টু হয়ে গেছিল, বাট যখন দেখলাম যে আমি একটা ইন্ডাস্ট্রি, এত বড় একটা ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে এসে পড়লাম এবং আমার আগে যারা সিনিয়র অ্যাক্টরসরা ছিলেন ডার্ক স্কিনের, তারা এই বিষয়টা ফেস করেছেন, তবে এরকম অ্যাক্টিভলি প্রোটেস্ট কেউ করেছেন বলে মনে হয় না, বাট যেই দেখছি বিষয়টা আরও এই দিকেই এগোচ্ছে যে না চলতেই থাকছে, সেটা একটা প্রোটেস্ট হওয়া দরকার। বলেন যে আমাদের সোসাইটিতে মা কালীর পুজো করা হয়, বাট তার কাছেই আমরা মাথা ঠুকি, তার কাছেই আমরা প্রার্থনা করি যেন আমরা ভালো থাকি, তাহলে একটা শ্যামলা মেয়েকে কেন আমরা হিরোইন হিসেবে ভাবতে পারি না? মানে হিরোইন মানেই কি শি মাস্ট বি ফেয়ার। তো এটাই আমার বলার যে এটা একটুখানি ভাববে।